Hi, I'm Cathy Thomas. My kitchen smells luscious with the scent of slow roasting pork. I'm welcoming John Blackford, executive chef, owner of Fork and Knife in Costa Mesa, who will share the secrets to his low and slow pork rack, bean and corn succotash, and a Hatch chili cream sauce. Welcome, Chef. I'm so delighted that you're here.
Thank you.
Tell me the secret to delicious, moist, succulent pork.
So I really love brining meats. I feel like it just really, increases the moisture retention. It gets the salt in the meat. So that's kind of the chef's secret to, super juicy, succulent roast.
Well, show me how to make the brine.
Absolutely. Water, kosher salt, sugar. You just put everything together and bring it to a boil. Then fennel seed.
I love him.
Yeah, me too. Coriander. Half of a julienne onion. Bay leaves. A couple garlic cloves.
You gonna smash those?
We're gonna smash them with a knife here.
Okay.
Extra virgin olive oil. While we have the brine coming to a boil, we're going to tie up the pork roast so that it gets more evenly cooked and it's a little nicer of a presentation on the plate.
So you've got cotton twine there.
I do. So I always start with going under, and then we'll do one full knot on the first loop. I never cut the piece, just leave it attached, because I don't know exactly how much I'm going to use.
So far, it doesn't look difficult.
Yeah. And then what we do is when we go here, we just cross it one time.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll go underneath and go in the second bone and pull it tight. And then same thing, cross over.
For this recipe, Chef, you like to have a 3 or 4 bone rack?
I do. Whenever you're slow roasting, this is probably about the smallest you can go. Anything smaller, you're basically at the size of like a pork chop. Then you might be better off just grilling.
Ah, got it.
So you can see how the shape's a little more even. So it helps it cook more even and makes it look a little nicer on the presentation.
Beautiful. Into the brine.
Okay, so once we have it all tied, we're gonna go into the brine that has all the salt and pepper and everything that we need. We just wanna make sure that it's fully submerged.
And that it's cooled off.
Correct. And we're gonna brine this for about 12 to 24 hours. Okay, so now we're gonna sear this roast. It'll help, develop flavor on it. It's gonna help render some of the fat out. Because we're cooking it at such a low temperature in the oven, we really want to make sure we develop that flavor.
Yeah.
Slow cooking doesn't really develop as much flavor. So we always make sure that we either grill it or sear it or smoke it or something that really helps develop that flavor. So once we get a good sear on both sides, we're going to transfer it to a sheet tray with a rack. That way the oven heat can get underneath it as well.
Oh, great tip.
Yeah, sometimes if you don't have a rack, people cut up carrot, celery, and onion, and they kind of set it on top of that.
Yeah.
And that way, the air can still get under it. We're gonna put this in a 200-degree oven until it hits about 137.
All right, to me, succotash says autumn.
Yeah, I grew up eating succotash, and in Pittsburgh, it was always traditionally corn and lima beans. And I know when I moved out here, I feel like people kind of made succotash with all sorts of different things. So we're gonna do a little Southern California inspired succotash for today. And then we're gonna saute our corn first. A little bit of whole butter, right?
Yeah, just a tad.
We're just gonna lightly saute it. I still like a little bit of crunch in it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, the little salt and pepper. Because I always like to season in steps. You'll see, it's a little translucent around the edges where it's starting to get cooked more. Once you hit that, you're pretty much good to go. These are Rancho Gordo Christmas lima beans. They are hands down my favorite bean purveyor.
And you just cook those off in water?
Yeah. We're gonna finish with the cilantro and a little squeeze of lime juice.
All right, I just can't resist. It's good enough to eat on its own, but it's going to be beautiful with the pork.
Nice. So the sauce is gonna be equal parts heavy cream and a Hatch chili puree.
And what's in that puree?
So the puree is roasted hatch chilies, onion, a little bit of garlic, chicken stock. Bring it all to a simmer, salt, pepper, and blend it. That's it. Super simple.
Easy peasy. So you're not looking to reduce this at all?
No. We're gonna use a little bit of sour cream at the end to kind of mellow out the heat because it just so happened the puree that we did today was pretty spicy. A little more salt and a little bit of pepper. We're gonna turn this off and then we're just gonna hit it with a little bit of lime.
We're ready to plate?
We are ready to plate.
All right.
The first thing that I like to do is put down the sauce. We're just gonna put it kind of around the plate. Then we're gonna do the succotash right in the middle. Whenever I cut a roast, I like to turn it on the bone side, and that way you can kind of get in between all the little bones that are here. Otherwise, if you cut from the other side, you're gonna struggle a little bit with it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Slow roasted pork rack.
I can hardly wait. I'm so hungry I can hardly take it. Thank you, Chef.
My pleasure, Kathy. Thank you.
Here's a quick tip from Melissa's. Imagine a dish so scrumptious you want to clean up with a piece of bread after your fork clears the bowl. Meet the sugar snap pea and burrata salad. Do they or do they not? Have strings, that is. First drain, refresh with cold water, drain again, and put them on a kitchen towel. Sample, do your teeth detect strings? If there are strings, remove them by partially snapping off the stem end of the pea, then pull off the strings. Now combine with plenty of fresh herbs, thinly sliced radishes, extra virgin olive oil, and fresh lemon juice to taste. Then a little flaky salt. Torn burrata at the bottom, salad on the top, a little pepper. Tempted? Try it out. Get the recipe at CathyThomasCooks.com.